Good evening, everyone. Hopefully you all are doing very well. Welcome to another Crypto DEGENS live stream. We do this every week, share with you high time frame plan on what's going on with the crypto markets, share with you my Bitcoin plan. It's great to see it's worked out. If you guys have been following me, I've been posting these. This one I didn't get right. I said I was expecting a bounce. Unfortunately, I was on holiday. I didn't manage to play that, but what a beautiful bounce. So we'll review Bitcoin. I'll share with you everything that's going on with Luna Classic, my opinions going forward. I'll talk about Celsius short squeeze as well. A couple of other altcoins that I'm bullish on. There's a few altcoins that are looking bullish. Celsius had a bit of a short squeeze already on a short time frame. I think it's pumped 25%. Let me just check. Yeah, it's at a big spike. It just pumped out of nowhere. Ridiculous. So we'll talk about that. I'll take any questions. And yeah, let's just have a really good live stream. Let me just post on Twitter, Telegram that I'm live, and we shall get started. People that are joining now, if you guys have any questions, do let me know. I think I made a mistake. I said I was going to, on my social media, I think I put the wrong date on, unfortunately. But hey, we're live now, guys. Hey, Ferdo, how's it going, mate? Hope you're well. I don't think I've seen you on a live stream before, but welcome, mate. Good to see you. Hi, Crypto Life. Yeah, I'll spend a lot of time talking about Lunacy. Hopefully we have some of the Lunacy main guys join. I'll just post it on Twitter now, so we should have a few more people joining. We post it on Telegram as well. So Fardo, Crypto Live, people that are here, have you guys got any questions whilst we wait for people to join? We start off by Bitcoin. That's the main coin that we look at. Well, I know sometimes there's coins that doesn't really matter, like it's outside of narratives. So for example, Luna Classic has been or even Celsius for a few days, it just didn't care about anything. It just carried on pumping. But usually everything is sort of dependent on Bitcoin, so we'll spend a bit of time talking about Bitcoin and then we'll look at everything. Just post on Telegram that I'm like, Bitcoin 2020, how's it going, mate? How's your weekend been? I've just come back last night from Prague. What a beautiful country that is. Hi Matthew. Yeah, we'll have a look at that. Yeah, it's just always strange that, you know, people always talk about a coin that's already pumped. And I'll start off with a rant. I think people always love my rant. If you followed, or type in Luna Classic, I could find this tweet. It would probably take me forever, the amount of tweets I make. But if you follow, the first tweet I did about Lunacy was around here. That was my first tweet on Luna Classic, that I'm buying Luna Classic. And then that probably got, I don't know, 10 likes, maybe, I don't know. But then if you look now, yeah, Prague was beautiful, guys. I'm definitely gonna go. But then look at my likes now, about 200, like 300, 400, and I see the same thing over and over again. People are always like jumping in near the end, and unfortunately, and I'm not saying this is topped out, right? I've still hold some Luna Classic and I'll share with you all my plans, but it's really important that you guys start having a thesis and join the movement early and not be too late, because any coin, if you get in at the right time, you make money. The key thing to not do is like get in late. So and that's just a quick psychology on my Twitter, and even same with my YouTube channel. Like if you look at my YouTube channel views, I don't make videos and I just live stream once a week, but then my views were just like 1,000, less than 1,000. But during the bull market, Even Luna, when I made my first Luna video, that's got 600 views, and then like later on when Luna was at 100, it was like, you know, 10,000 views. So that's just something to talk about, and just trying to get in before the act, because that time there not many people were talking about it, because Luna Classic just had announced burn and pump, and they were starting to get traction. So that's a really important, if you want to make money in cryptocurrency or stocks or in just trading markets in general, trying to be early is quite a massive skill. And yeah, that's something I'd want all of you that are watching to learn. And I'm not saying that this is topped up by any way, and I'll share with you my plans, but that's an important thing to share. So Pulse Chain, I don't think it's got a launch date. I'm definitely going to be bullish on Pulse Chain. I'm going to look to trade Hex. If you followed me Hex trade, I shared where's my Hex trade plan? I shared a buy signal on Hex. This was my buy. This was first target. Second target didn't hit, and I said as long as it's here, I'm still holding half. So I did buy some Hex. And it's a big community driven move, and this was my second target. It's not here. As long as we're holding above this gray zone, I'm leaning bullish. But Pulse Chain, I don't think they've released that much information. I mean, some of the things I'm bullish on now, and again, not many people care about, I've tweeted about them, like GMX is a project that I like, Kuji is a project that I like, and there's a few small NFT projects which maybe we can talk about later on. A couple of coins that I'm bullish on. PYR, I did take a long on PYR earlier, so that is looking good. It's given a pullback now, so if this gives a green candle around 380, that's going to be a buy setup, but we'll share all of that. Before I get started, can I get a thumbs up that you guys can hear me? So we'll start off with Bitcoin, then yeah, look at Luna Classic, Link, Celsius short squeeze, any other questions you guys have. So can I get a thumbs up that you can hear me well before I start talking for an hour? Just a thumbs up that you can hear me well. Hi, Inge. And if you do enjoy this content, guys, do hit that like button. I just enjoy doing this anyway. The views are like just 20 people watching, but I just really enjoy doing this, and it helps me with my analysis as well, and just knowing I can help people. I just really enjoy doing it. So I'll be doing this during the bear market. I mean, the previous bear market was even worse, 2018, if you go watch my videos from then. But money is made investing and getting in amazing coins in a bear market, not in a bull market, not buying the top. Randy, how's it going in FPV? Bitcoin 2020 as well. Okay, so we'll get started now then. So let's go on higher time frame on this chart just to clarify what's happening. So one of the key levels I've talked about for a while is that 19.8k, and the reason why I think 19.8k is such a big level is its previous all-time high. Historically, Bitcoin has never come back to its previous high, so I've been saying as long as we can get back above 19.8k, I am bullish. So my trade plan last week, I did get stopped out. So I had a position in Bitcoin. I bought some Bitcoin here because I was like, oh, I'm expecting a move up. It's holding above 19.8k, but it dumped and I got stopped out, unfortunately. Hi Randy, good to see you, mate. I think you've been here for a while, so thanks for your support. And so I was on holiday. I would have definitely have bought 19.8k. This hourly close is just a blind buy. Like, that was just such a beautiful buy. And as long as we get back hold above 19.8k, I'm bullish. And I'm just waiting for a pullback. I would just love a pullback to get into Bitcoin. And if Bitcoin pumps, any coin that you like will probably pump. And LunC could pump even more. Ethereum merge. I mean, I can talk about Ethereum merge as well. I've been doing a lot of analysis. Hi Ryan, yes mate. If Bitcoin pumps, if LunC has been pumping, so, and I'm getting dragged into Luna Classic already. I'll spend a lot of time talking about Luna Classic because I've got some questions, like bullish questions, and I think it could pump even more. If what things needs to happen for me to think Luna Classic will pump more. Some things that I a bit concerned about as well, but again, that's why you guys like me and follow me, because I share with you my honest opinions. So Bitcoin, again, I'm kind of disappointed that I missed out on it because it just moved, but I was really confident that we were going to see a bounce, and my plan was get back above here. I mean, that was a setup as well. Again, I was on holiday, so I couldn't take it. This was more of a trade setup. If it comes in here, trend changes at 18.7. This was the low in July. I thought that could have been a setup, or the other setup was a breakout above 19.8k, and that's where I would have bought, stop below here, and try to ride it towards this level. So it's almost at resistance now. 21.8k is my big resistance level. It's almost at that resistance, so it's not really a place where you can buy, and we've already seen a really nice bounce, about 20% bounce. That is the bounce that I was expecting when I wrote this plan. Unfortunately, so last week I didn't have a plan, so if you watch my last week's live stream, I said, look, it's the same plan as I said, 2808. So I'm gonna, if you guys allow me to, I'm gonna make that green because that has worked out. I said I'm expecting a bounce in Bitcoin, so we've seen that. So now I don't really know what's happening. This is resistance now, so I don't know if Bitcoin is going to reject and pull back lower, or it's going to trend change and then bounce. So I'm not sure which one's going to happen. Now my plan is to just wait and then hold here, look for a buy around 20k. Stop loss will go below there, so some sort of this type of bounce play, that's something I'm going to look for. Target even these highs. Yeah, mate, I'll have a look at ApeCoin as well. I mean, I think ApeCoin could go higher. I like ApeCoin. So something like this, I think that's a really nice trade set at 1.6, and I think it could even go towards 28k, so potentially a risk to reward of two. So I really like that setup. All the other setup is a bit of a chop and then move up, and for me to play a move up, I would probably wait for Ethereum merge, and I prefer the Ethereum merge trade. So if you guys know, I bought spot Ethereum, and again, same plan I shared in these live streams. If you're watching this live stream, guys, do hit that like button and subscribe. I like to share with you plans beforehand. That was the ETH spot buy, and the reason why I bought ETH was that merge narrative. So I would look to buy ETH, especially if Bitcoin starts breaking out, and I'm already planning to buy ETH. If it pulls back into here, I think ETH might get another rally. And another reason why I want to buy ETH, and let me share with you, I wrote a detailed post on ETH earlier, well, not that much detail, but I made a post on ETH earlier, and the reason why I like ETH is because ETH could there could be potential airdrops and there could be short squeeze. So I think just buying some ETH is not a bad idea. There is risk that ETH merge could go wrong. If you believe in ETH merge and you know more about than me than what's happening technically, I think ETH, you could just buy some now. There's a huge short position. Big investors that are long ETH or hodling ETH, they're worried that ETH merge could go wrong and ETH merge could dump. So the huge short positions. So if ETH merge is correct and is pumping, all these shorts will have to close, and this could get a short squeeze. And the other bullish thing is if ETH merge, well, if it's not an if, I've been involved with ETH when Ethereum Classic happened and all that drama. So I think ETH will work, and if ETH merge goes ahead, I'm pretty confident that the proof of work guys, the miners, will fork the chain, and there'll be like an ETH proof of work, and you'll get some extra coins, and who doesn't like free coins? So that's like an ETH play. And again, I think if you guys are interested, I can maybe make a video talking about Ethereum merge, because I've been doing a lot of research on that, and from a trading point of view, that's my place. I'll be looking to buy around here. I think that's a good level to buy. People will start getting worried, oh, it's breaking down, is it going to be dump? And then if we start seeing a big green candle here, I think that will be my ETH play. So I think I prefer the Ethereum long than Bitcoin long, but that is what I'm looking at. But if ETH doesn't do that and starts trend changing below, I won't be interested in buying Ethereum. So going back to Bitcoin, long term, I was expecting this bounce. We've seen this bounce. The question now is the low in? I don't know if the low is in or not. Yes, my friend, I think ETH will carry on pumping a little bit more. So if you ask for my opinion, what will happen with ETH merge is that ETH will Some people are saying deflationary. I'm not sure if it will be completely deflationary, but what's going to happen with Ethereum is that there will be less Ethereum supply. So if there's less Ethereum supply, and trading is just demand and supply, so if there's less Ethereum supply coming to the market and the demand is up or even going sideways, you'd expect the price to go up. So that's a simple analysis. In all the price here, the price dumped because there was more sell pressure, and so there was more supply than demand, more people wanting to sell. The price went up here because there's more demand than supply. So what the ETH merge is going to do is there's going to be less ETH issuance. So less ETH will be, so at the moment, I don't know, don't quote me on the numbers. At the moment, let's say 100 ETH gets mined after the merge. I think it reduces by 30% if I'm not mistaken. And it could even be deflationary if there's like Ethereum DeFi and Ethereum DeFi or NFT goes crazy, then ETH could even be deflationary. And that's when we could get big pump. So long term, I'm massively bullish on Ethereum, and I'm going to look to accumulate Ethereum. But just where the price is, you need some sort of trade setup, and even, you know, sell short squeeze or Luna Classic, there's still some method to the madness. If you watch some of the Luna Classic trades I've been posting, there's a reason why, you know, I've been sharing or where I've been buying, or you know, stop losses, the targets, even the last I was just posting breaking to new all-time highs. Hopefully I can do another post later on. But all the posts I've been sharing, there's still a method to the madness. I still have stop losses and targets how I trade. Even the first Luna Classic post I made, I mean, that was my X. I didn't want Luna Classic to get back below. We'll use that. So just to round up, my thoughts are that long-term Ethereum is massively bullish if ETH merge is successful, because there's going to be less supply to the market, and it could even be deflationary if there's huge activity. So if there's like I said, DeFi or NFT, Ethereum could be deflationary, and that could give a big pump. So from a price point of view, I think there's two things. I mean, it could go up or it could go down. It sounds a bit funny, but I don't have a strong conviction that it's going to pump leading up to the ETH merge. But the reason why I think it could pump is that Ethereum, there's a huge amount of short position, because lots of big hedge funds that own ETH, they're buying ETH for potential airdrops, or they think ETH is going to just absolutely moon. They think they have a huge short position in case Ethereum merge goes wrong. They're hedging their position. So if ETH merge goes well and it starts pumping, all the shorts will have to close, and that's when we can rally. So that is, I would say there's a 70% chance of that happening, or 60-70% chance of that happening. So I'll be looking to trade that using my trading patterns, my trading strategy. And I'll share this on this live stream. If you are interested, I'll leave the links below, or DM me on Twitter, or I can talk to you guys about it. But I'll be using all my trading strategies that I share with you guys to long it and ride it long. My opinion, I think what will happen, we're going to see a bit of a pump. We could even pump into 2K, and then we'll get a dip. We'll get a dip in ETH, and whether it's 10%, 20%, I don't know. But I think by end of the year, ETH will be a lot higher, and I think it could even be like at 3K level. So if you gun to my head, I think that's what I'm expecting. And the only issue is, if this happened during a bull market, guys, I would be balls deep ETH long leverage. The only concern is the SPX. I mean, the stock market. If stock market crashes, and we're not in normal markets, so wherever you are in the world, there's, you know, high oil prices, US having crazy inflation. US is not as bad as Europe, because we've got the oil issue with, you know, Europe, especially Germany, massively dependent on Russian oil, and not buying Russian oil with everything that's happening in Ukraine. It could be quite a scary summer in Europe. I don't know what's going to happen. So all those external news makes me think ETH can't go crazy. But if this was a bull market with, you know, peak DeFi, peak NFT mania, you know, ETH fees were absolutely crazy. If that happens, I think you know, ETH would have been at 3. ETH could go to 10K. So I'm massively bullish on ETH, but that's sort of my thoughts on how I would look to play. I don't usually spend this much time on ETH. Does that make sense on Ethereum? I don't usually talk this much time on ETH. Any questions on Ethereum merge before we move on? Okay, cool. So let me round up BTC, then we'll start looking at Luna Classic. So BTC at a huge high time frame level. I don't know that if the bottom is in. I was expecting this pump, and it's beautiful to see it, although I missed out on it. What I would be looking for to say that it's bottomed, I would like to see like a huge consolidation, like comes into here, dumps again, puts in a lower high, and then maybe breaks up something like this. Then target 30k. I think that's sort of what I'm looking at, and I don't think the bottom is in that we just break out into new all-time highs. So that's sort of what I'm expecting now. If we can get a lower high and then start trend changing, breaking out, that's when I can say the bottom is in. For now, we'll be using this trade plan. So for now, I'm not sure, and when I've got a conviction, I'll write it and let you guys know. For me, my plan is to buy the dip at the moment. So long term, I'm sort of waiting to see what happens. I want to see what happens here. If we start breaking down, maybe look for a short towards 20k and look to long 20k. If we start breaking out, I'd look to long, and my plan is not to long BTC, it'd be to long Ethereum, potentially to catch a short squeeze and or free airdrops. And if I want to share short time frame again, I can't buy here because it's such near resistance. If we get a dip into 20k level, I would look to buy Bitcoin, and I'd expect to see a lower high around 20k. I'd have my wide stop below here, but as long as we're above 19.8k, I would look to long. The high SM, how's it going? No, don't worry. If you have any questions, mate, just ask. We're here to help. We all started at some point, and you're rather early, I'd say. Still, you're not early to crypto, but I'd say if you could be early to understanding crypto, I think that's a SM. Are there any coins that you're looking to buy? One thing I will say is that lots of people think that they're new to crypto, which is, yeah, you're new to crypto, but you could easily learn. There's people that's been here from like 2017, 2016. They're still like just buying and hodling Bitcoin, which is fine, is better than nothing, but you could really start understanding what's happening with the markets, what to buy, the fundamentals behind it, learn about an ecosystem. So learn about Atom ecosystem, learn about Ethereum merge. That would be, if people want to really make it, just focus on one thing. Whether it's you want to be like a trading ninja, and that might not be for everyone. Whether you want to just learn about DeFi, learning about a project, you could even get a job like just writing, researching, doing research analyst. So that's like an advice for new people. So that's my thoughts on Bitcoin and ETH. We're gonna move on to Luna Classic. Let me just have a bit of a water. Any questions on Luna Classic or any fans of Luna Classic on this live stream? Any Luna Classic fans or any questions? You was a Luna Classic fan. I mean, I'll have to agree with you, as in it's the risk reward isn't as good as it was down here. There's no denying that. But I do think we get a rally. I mean, there's some huge people that are shorting. I tweeted about it earlier. There's some huge people that are putting massive shorts on Luna Classic. So a rally up to short squeeze them would be crazy. Matthew is definitely a Luna Classic fan. Hey man, I'd be happy with 1 cent. If we get to 1 cent, I'd be over the moon. I mean, even 1 cent is huge, isn't it? Best on-chain trading platform. I think Kuji is pretty good. GMX and Kuji are 2 plays for mine. Shilling my bags here. Luna Classic is pumping. It's not a bad buy, you know, Luna Classic. Mr. P, how's it going? I think, are you lunatic, Mr. P? I think I forgot. I think your name sounds familiar. A Luna Classic is pumping, guys. We could bid this. I'd bid a pullback. Why do you think that huge crypto pump this week? Is it to do with ETH merge? That's still a lot of money, Matthew. Let's do some live trading, eh? Who doesn't like some live trading? I just don't like this low. If it came a bit lower and then pumped, I would have preferred it. Okay, so let's talk about good to see you, mate. Guys that are watching, Mr. P, myself, DeFi Reg, are hoping to do another Twitter Spaces for Lunar Classic. So follow me on Twitter, follow Lunatic69 and DeFi Reg on Twitter. We'll be planning to do that next Sunday with Vegas and Ed, hopefully. Are you asking me? So I don't know. So what I would say is I don't think anyone can predict a huge pump. What I'm looking for is SPX had a big pump. So early next week, if SPX starts selling, I mean, maybe I should have talked about it earlier before I jumped onto Lunar Classic. If we see this dumping, so this is sort of the low I'm watching, this 4-hour pump. If we start doing this, I mean, I might even look for a short here next week. But if we start doing this, I would be concerned about Bitcoin. But if we start doing this and starts pumping, boom, we would be getting a pump. ETH merge date, is it the 14th? Let me just check. I don't think there's an exact date. I think I'm going to make a YouTube video on ETH merge. So first stage, there's so many dates, no one could know exactly the date. Some people say it's around 15th or 14th, the second stage will happen. So that's my best guess. I know someone who's quite smarter than me on Ethereum. He's been following it. I think the developers are saying that between 14th and 15th we'll see the pump. Yeah, Ultimate Compassion is saying. So I'm actually, so if I don't know if you just joined now, Ultimate Compassion, I did cherry plan on ETH, and I'm looking to buy ETH on this dip. So, and there's few reasons, and I think I'll make an Ethereum merge video. Stay tuned for that. I think it's going to take, if I've got some time this week, I'll try and do that video. But there's few reasons. So lots of people are short ETH, expecting a merge to, or they're taking profit on ETH, and they don't hold Ethereum, and expecting a dump for the merge, or don't want to have that risk of hodling ETH if merge happens. So if the merge is successful, they want to buy back, we could get a big pump in ETH. And the other thing is that if ETH forks, that if you're hodling ETH, you could get some airdrops, and I think it's quite likely that there's going to be Ethereum proof of work fork, and we could get a bigger pump because of that. So those are a few reasons, and let's say I'm bullish ETH as long as we're holding above 1600. So I still hold some ETH. I've sold most of it. So if you've been following me, I bought some ETH when Bitcoin came to 20k, dumped below to 20k. I bought ETH here. That was my stop loss. Again, 1400 was my big level. I took 70% off there, and then I'm just sort of letting it run until the merge and see what sort of happens. But short time frame, pullback here, I would look to long ETH. So let's start with Lunar Classic then. Lunar Classic has just gone absolutely parabolic, and main reason is burn and pump. And do I think Lunar Classic will go higher? If I look at this chart, I think yes. So my 3 big buys in Lunar Classic was here, and then this one I just live traded it. You can follow this on Twitter. I've been posting these breakouts. As long as Lunar Classic above this line, I'm bullish, and it just never came back. It just carried on pumping. So I've been quite bullish then, and I would say this position until we break down completely below 3000, I'm gonna hold that position. Short time frame, we are losing a key level. So again, this is from technical analysis. I'm gonna hold my, if you've bought Lunar Classic above 5000, maybe you could look for a trend change and buy above. But I am leaning bullish, and like I said, I'm just showing a buy setup now. What my price action plan in Luna Classic is we chop here and then we break out, and you'll see me tweeting break out into new all-time highs, which I've been doing on Twitter quite a lot. You'll see me start posting them again, that every time Luna Classic breaks out. I've been doing it since 3000. You can go back and click on these and it'll take you back to my first post. I'll keep doing that, and that was sort of my plan. As long as I think I even said it, high time frame, as long as we hold above bullish bias, holding 50% of this current breakout trade, and again it just never saw back. I'm going to carry on doing that. So that is one plan. Hopefully less than 3. What do you mean, is it worth holding? Buy what you can. I mean, what do you mean by that? Is it worth buying less than 3 ETH? Yeah, I don't know what you mean by that. So that is a setup I'm looking at. So my next buy big buy in Luna Classic could be about 50,000. I've got my alert there. Short time frame, like I said, I'm expecting a chop or a pullback towards 30,000, something like that. These are the two things I'm looking at. Because people, Luna Classic, don't shill Luna Classic. And I'm not shilling anything, mate. I'm just sharing with you my thoughts. You could buy it, and again, these are all live calls. What a flex you see. Yeah, I think it is a flex, isn't it, Axel? Just buy what you can, mate. Buy what you can. It is a flex, isn't it? I mean, a goal should be, again, it's not a flex. A goal should be just like owning a Bitcoin. I think that's still a goal. If ETH merge is successful, I might say like a goal could be holding 10 ETH or even just 1 ETH, guys. I mean, come on. It depends on where you are in the world, what stage of life. I mean, back in 2017, I was all in crypto, didn't have properties, didn't have anything. Again, I've been fortunate enough to play 2 bull markets. What I always say to the people that I mentor or on Twitter, if you guys hold crypto or you got into crypto, learn from the first bull market so you can make life-changing money on the second one. So that's sort of the biggest advice I can give you. Should I move to Binance from Coinbase, or is it the same? No, Binance is cheaper fees. I've got links below. You can use my links as well. You get 30% discount on fees. So Binance is cheaper fees. So use Binance. And one of the things I talk about in crypto is security. And one of the best advice I can give you in crypto, if you are in crypto, have your money spread across. So have your money on MetaMask, have your money on like a hardware wallet, especially if you've got over 6K, 6 figures in crypto. And that's how I do it. What about the Coinbase listing? Will that happen, or is that FUD? I don't know if Mr. P is still here. Mr. P, can you talk about that? If Ethereum, if Lunacy is being listed on Coinbase, I've not heard about it. But Coinbase lists anything now. So yeah, why can't Luna Classic be listed on Coinbase? Get it listed, guys. Yeah, just buy 2 ETH. I think Ethereum long term. So what I will say is, right, and this is one of the simple, if you're new to trading, the best trading advice I can give you, if you can afford 2 ETH, buy 1 ETH now and then see what happens to the price. If it dips, buy a bit more. That's one of the best advice. Don't go all in. I think I see people just wanting to go all in. Just wait and don't go all in straight away. Wait, go in, buy slowly, and then slowly get in. That's one of the best advices I can give you. Yeah, I don't know if you're trolling here, mate. Yeah, don't do that. And that's something, I mean, I talked about Litecoin. I don't know, are there any Litecoin fans? Litecoin used to be the most popular coin on my channel, and this is a strange thing I've seen. Like Luna Classic is like the most popular coin on my Twitter now. Yeah, it's just rumors. And And then Litecoin used to be the biggest coin on my channel if you type in Litecoin. And at the moment, Litecoin is not doing anything. But one of the reasons why Litecoin pumped back in 2017, and this was an amazing place. It was one of my mentors. He's an American guy, and he's got way more money than any of us can imagine. He's literally like, he's like a dream in a way. Like he drives like a really old Ferrari. He's just living his life. Yeah, anyways, I can talk about him in another time. But yeah, he said to me, because Coinbase listed Litecoin, and he said to me, what will newbies buy? And I was learning technical analysis and like trading futures, oil. He used to be a massive oil trader. People that know me, you know, I sort of became full-time crypto trading oil back in the day. So what he said to me is like, if someone goes on Coinbase, and I know we were talking about, say someone said, oh, ultimate comparison is flexing. If you go on Coinbase, right, and you could buy 0.01 BTC, and you're a complete new trader, would you buy 0.01 BTC, or will you buy, I don't know, 10 Litecoin? What will you buy? What will newbies buy? And you know, I said, oh, I don't know, man, Bitcoin is the main one. What does Litecoin do? And he said, no, it's Litecoin, because people want to own few things. They don't want to own 0.01 of something. And same with, like, in a way, Luna Classic. Like, people have lost so much on Luna Classic. That's why there's this amazing community, and I support it. Is because there's more opportunity in Luna Classic than at the moment Bitcoin. Yes, Bitcoin can go to 10%, and you know, I'm not comparing Luna Classic to Bitcoin. I'm the biggest Bitcoin bull there is, and I always say, if you have some money, just buy Bitcoin. I'm like the biggest Bitcoin bull, but what I am not is like a Bitcoin maximalist. So there's Bitcoin maximalists, again, I'm probably having a rant again, who just own Bitcoin. They wouldn't touch anything, they wouldn't buy anything, and I would not be here with the money that I've made without trading Luna, without trading Sol, without trading Theta. So that's the logic you have to use. I think Bitcoin, that's like a smarter thing to do, but you can see so many people bought Litecoin, and I jumped into that sort of hype around here. So around 60, I was like, maybe my mentor is right, because he was balls deep Bitcoin. I mean, he's a crazy guy. He probably had, I mean, at that time, I can't remember how many Bitcoin he had. He's less than 0.1 wealth. So he's, I mean, like I said, he's very, very wealthy, and he still charges lots of money to mentor me, which is crazy. He's a bit of a friend now. Like I still speak to him from time to time. But yeah, what he did was, let me just go back to 2017. So he, around here, he's like, look, I think Bitcoin at 10K, I've made enough money, I'm selling Bitcoin. I don't know where it can go, but I'm selling Bitcoin. So if you look at 2017, Bitcoin did a 2x from 28th November, but check what Litecoin did from 28th November. Where's November gone? Litecoin did a 400%. So can you see how smart he is? So I was like, okay, what is going on? And then from a trading point of view, when you see that weekly close here, 60 or 70, that weekly close is just, you can't get more bullish than that. So that's when I started being bullish, and I was part of the community. I was involved with LitePay back in the day, and yeah, and I'm trying to like always like get involved with the projects. If someone's new, a great way to make money is just get involved with a project. So get involved with Luna Classic. If you can make DeFi, NFT, reach out to me, reach out to Lunatic69, DeFi Reg, or one of the guys. If you have, you know, DeFi experience, NFT experience, building metaverse projects, get involved with the community. I'm not saying join Luna Classic. I'm just, you know, talking about it now. It's got a lot of hype. Just join something else. I don't think that you should base your investing decisions on that, mate, on like how much you can buy, because in that sense, just you'd buy the cheapest coin, wouldn't you? And rather than buying the cheapest coin, you should be in researching and buying the coin with the most potential, best community, best hype, best utility. Those are the things that you should be looking at. I've long Sol. I mean, if you guys remember, I mean, I've shared this few times. Was it $16? I bought my first Sol. This was my first Sol buy, and this was back in April 2021. You can check the date. This is still where's it gone? There we go. You can see the buy, March 29. That is, where's March 29? Even here, even earlier. this is the same breakout in Luna Classic, which we trade. In a bull market, they just work like crazy, a 10x trade. So I'll trade Sol, but fundamentally I'm bullish on Luna more than Sol. Sol is down every 2 minutes. I'm probably more bullish Luna Classic and Atom than Sol. But that doesn't mean I'm not trading Sol. I'll probably trade Sol like a mofo, but for me, I'm not as bullish on Sol at the moment. Chart looks good in Sol, but same as the other charts we've talked about. Where is this gone? I'll have an alert there and I'll buy it. Okay, so let me finish off with Luna Classic. So yeah, this pump and burn mechanisms cause this pump. What we need to see now is there's two big things. So Binance, whether they're going to support Luna Classic burns. If Binance supports Luna Classic burns on chain, that could be huge. I mean, that could be the catalyst that Luna Classic pumps to, I don't know, something crazy. I'm not even going to say a number, 1 cent, half a cent or whatever. It could be very, very big catalyst if Binance confirms that. If Binance doesn't confirm it, we'll probably likely see a pullback. From a shorting point of view or taking profits, if you've bought here, it's not a bad idea to take some profits. Cosmos ecosystem is amazing. I think I'm most bullish on Cosmos projects. I mean, Luna was built on SDK, Cosmos SDK, so I'm probably most bullish. If someone's researching, want to get involved with learn an ecosystem, I think Cosmos is probably one of the better ones to go at. For me, my research, I've spent a lot of time obviously Luna Classic, and then I've been doing a lot of research on Ethereum merge, and Atom is the next one that I really want to get involved in, and 2 other smaller projects, and maybe I'm shilling. There's only 20 people, so I'm not really shilling anything. Kuji is a project that I'm long, and GMX is another big play that I'm in. So those are 2 projects that I'm hodling as well, and I'm staking and all this good stuff. Luna Classic, again, I've not staked and validated. I have thought about validating. A few people have messaged me about how to be a Luna Classic validator. I might do it with a little bit of money. I don't know what the minimum amount is, but I might do that just as a bit of fun and to support the Luna Classic community. But yeah, those are some of the short-term fundamental plays. So yeah, so Luna Classic, if Binance supports it, that's going to be the next big catalyst. If Binance doesn't support it, or even I don't know when, there's going to be a dip, and I don't know where from. So we saw a big dip there, about 50%. I'd expect a similar type of dip in Luna Classic, but then after that dip, it really depends on what happens. So one concern, and if we do Twitter Spaces, I'm going to ask Ed and Vegas, is if Binance supports the Luna Classic burn, does that mean that people that trading it are going to be losing their coins to trade it? And could that stop people from actually trading Luna Classic? That is a concern that I want to look into it myself. So I'm researching that myself. I'll let you guys know. But the main driver is going to be, if you watched our Twitter Spaces, Ed talked about it and Vegas talked about it, is first gain back the trust. And I think they have gained back the trust with how strong the community is. The next big thing is developments happening, and it's so early. Like this ecosystem has just been revived from dead, so you can't be expecting them creating massive adoption and all this new stuff. But the next big thing is going to be our developers building DeFi, NFT, whatever that is on the chain. So if we see that, then we can expect Luna Classic for the crazy values people talk about, $1, 1 cent, 10 cent. Then we can expect those. But that's all my thoughts on it, and I'll be doing more research. And if we hold that next Twitter Spaces on Sunday, or next week on my live stream, I'll share with you more updates. I don't think they've confirmed it. There's a guy called Lung Dao. Mr. P might be able to confirm. So Binance replied to him saying that they will consider it once it goes live on chain, and I think that's the last update. They've not said anything else since then from what I can remember. I will check that. If I hear anything, I'll definitely tweet about it. But there are lots of projects that are saying, I think, is it Prism Protocol has already said, there's lots of projects that are saying that they'll be supporting Luna Classic, or they'll be moving over to Luna Classic. So that is really good to see. And with such an early stage in crypto, all it means is just it's just a community. That's all it matters. Community is all that matters. Yeah, sorry mate, I know you've asked it a few times. Let me have a look at link. Hey Code, how's it going? I mean, Cell's pumping, mate. I should talk about Cell. Let me do link quickly. I'll talk about Cell. Where's this pump come from in Cell? Ridiculous pump. I'm gonna do some. I mean, I went live, so I couldn't check it. I'm gonna do some research on why it pumped. Thaga, how's it going, mate? Good to see you. Let me do link for Matthew. He's asked it a couple of times. So Chainlink, the problem, I mean, I made a detailed video on Chainlink, and two things I asked for in Chainlink. Where's this price prediction? Start of the year, I can't remember. Two things that I asked for Chainlink is, Chainlink needs a way for value accrual for the coin. Chainlink hasn't really got a value accrual, which is quite disappointing to see in my opinion. So that's why I don't think Chainlink is pumping, because it hasn't got a value accrual. A couple of things that they can do, and I have posted it on the forums, and I spoke to a couple of people on Chainlink team, and I said, look, you need to have Chainlink staking. They said it was going to go live Q3. I've not kept up to it. If someone on the live stream know if Chainlink staking is going, if that's going live, buy Link. I'm gonna buy Link. I'll be the biggest Chainlink bull again. But we just need to see those couple of things happen. If not, I don't think this project's going to pump. There's like newer, shinier things that people are going to bid on. So that's just my quick fundamentally what I think. Trading wise, this was my bullish setup on Chainlink. So I said breakout above this red zone, I'm bullish. So that would have been a buy for you. So same buy again. This is after the fact. PYR, yes, PYR is given a setup. Where's PYR buy? I like PYR. So if I had to share buy setups, I think PYR is our buy setup. Where's it gone? PYR on KuCoin, I think it is. Yeah. So I'm looking to buy PYR pullback. So PYR is a buy. So if I had to share with you a buy signal today, it would be PYR. I'd look to buy around, let's say 380, 390, somewhere around here. 50% 618 pullback zone. First target here. Stop below this red zone. And if it breaks out, we can target even these highs, $5. But yeah, going back to Link. Short term, I'm bullish Link as long as we hold above this red zone. Long term, I think we need to see a lot more. And if you do take this long, I'd probably be targeting around about just below $9. I mean, could we even get up to there? I like that level. Thanks, Code. Thanks for the update, mate. XRP, let me do a poll. Are you guys bullish on XRP? Let's see what you guys think. So yeah, that's sort of my update. I know it's not a clear trade plan. I don't really have a clear trade plan on this. And I'll share with you a couple of coins that I've got a clear trade plan. One of the things I'm waiting on Chainlink is above this red zone. So if Chainlink gets above this red zone, I'm happy to buy it. For now, I'll just be on the sidelines. I don't really have a trade plan, but this is quite bullish. We've got like sort of inverse head and shoulders here. So breakout above, I'm happy to buy it. Unless we see that, I'll probably wait, and I wouldn't even take that trade setup, because technical analysis is one part of trading. If you guys followed me last couple of months, the big way to make money is like have a narrative behind it. So my Luna Classic trade again went absolutely crazy. There was a big narrative behind it, burn and pump. Celsius short squeeze was another big narrative. We saw a huge pump. I like to use technical analysis with a narrative. That's what gives me the best trades, and I don't think we've got that yet with Link. And if Chainlink staking comes, someone said Link staking November 22. Okay, that is still bullish. If that's confirmed, I might trade it, but we just need a narrative, and I don't think there is a narrative. By the way, guys, we've got about 30 people watching. Let's see if we can hit that like button. I mean, let's see if we can push to 30 likes by end of the live stream. So that's Chainlink. I've talked about PYR. I like PYR, one of the biggest gaming projects, I'd say 100%. I like it. UOS, I'll have a look at UOS again. I think it's another gaming company projects. I did trade it on KuCoin. mean, the chart looks good. There's a big level here, those support resistance. So I wouldn't just be running to buy here. It needs to cleanly break above it. But the way the chart looks, I'm happy to bid around here just for a bounce play. This is just following my trading strategy. I'm not personally longing this. I actually like PYR. I think I'm going to look to buy PYR for myself. But this one, I would look to buy around this level, 50% 618. I would have my stop below here, target there, and target here. Simple trade setup on UOS. But daily does look good that it's trying to break out, but it's not broken out yet. This is still big resistance. There's a resistance there, high time frame from what we looked at. That level is a big zone as well, and it has broken this level, this 40 cent. So let's see if we can try and trade it towards these levels. So by the way, guys, if you guys have any coin requests, let me know. Other coin that I'm bullish on is LUNC. I don't think I need to talk about Luna Classic. I've talked about it a lot. Celsius does look bullish. It has broken out. We've already seen it have a big breakout. Let's just hope it can hold above this white line now. If it just gives back all its pump, I think that's going to be really bad. Let's just hope that we don't see this in Celsius. Ape coin and Comp are other two coins that I like. So I'll give you another one. I'll give you Lido as well. So Ape coin has been quite bullish. Again, it's broken above a key level. It's broken. So this is where I'd say UOS is. So let's see if we can get a push up in UOS. I'd say Ape coin is looking better, and I'd probably even share a buy setup on this. It shouldn't get back below these lows if I'm bullish, and we'll be targeting something like this. And I've not even drawn my fib level, but I'm pretty confident that it's around the 618 level. I think I quite like Apecoin. There's always few coin setups I share with you. So I like Apecoin, I like Lido, and I like Comp. Lido, again, if Ethereum merge is successful, Lido will be a project everyone will hear about. If you've been following me, that was a Lido trade I shared with you. 50% 618 buy, first target hit, boom. But it is a project we've been buying since $1. I am quite bullish on Lido. So Lido, GMX, these are like fundamental coins that I'm bullish on. Where's Lido chart that I've got my buy setups at? There we go. So Lido's been pretty good. I have got an alert set here. So if Lido starts breaking back above here, if Ethereum does a 2x, I think Lido will do like a 4x. Yeah, Code is a really good guy. I really hope that sell short squeeze. I mean, do you know what, Mr. P? I think, and I don't want to say this on Twitter because I've got a nice Twitter. You've got to be careful. I think Mr. P knows that. But I think Luna Classic has got way more shorts on than Celsius, and Luna Classic short squeeze could even be bigger if people really get behind it. I don't know if we can get it going, but there's a huge amount of shorts on KuCoin that people are just piling up shorts. So if Luna Classic has another spike up, I think you'll see a big move up in Luna Classic. I think this week I'm going to try and make a Luna Classic video. I've not made a YouTube video in a while. I think last video I made was on sell short squeeze. I might make a Luna Classic video this week. But yeah, that could be a strong possibility. So Lido is a coin fundamentally if you're looking for a coin. If Ethereum merge works also, I think they're the second or third biggest staker. So you can stake your Ethereum with Lido and you can get ST ETH from Lido. So again, that's a project that I like. And then Comp is not more fundamental, it's more of a trade setup wise. Comp does look good as well. Comp's breaking out, same setup. I mean, if you want to buy a coin, Comp is not a bad buy as well. So hold above here, I'm bullish. I did share Theta setup, as you guys know. Theta's is probably slightly in profit now. So I've talked about Theta a few times now. Moved down, up and down, up and down. We didn't get a trend change below. We got a spike back. Said daily close and trend change, but it just boom up. So I'll leave that on, see if it works. And HNT, let me have a look at HNT. So that was a setup that I shared with you beforehand. So it's not really worked out or haven't worked out. I'm just sharing with you all of that. HNT, are you looking to buy this? Again, Thaga is an amazing trader. Go follow Thaga on Twitter. I don't think he tweets that much, but he's a good trader. This looks good. This is where I started longing HNT. All the coins that I share with you, you can go back in charts, and I could go back in my trading group, you know, typed in like Sol, and Sol has been one of the best trades. And now in one of my famous posts is like this Sol BNB. Where was this Sol BNB? Is it KSC? I think exchange tokens. I made a post. I'm going quite big on exchange tokens. I can't remember where it is now. It's like way. It's FTT. I can't find it. There we go. There was a big YouTube video I made back in February 2029 that I'm buying exchange tokens, and that was one of the best trade signals that I shared. And all these breakout plays, I just tried to. In this market, you don't make much money, and you can see like my YouTube views, like not many people around. I just can't wait to play the next bull market with you guys. We're gonna make so much money. But yeah, I like HNT, mate. It's not a bad buy. A big green candle now, you can go long now. If not, wait for slightly more pullback. You'd expect to see a 4-hour low put in here. Similar to this is exactly what I look for, 4-hour pullback. We could expect something like this again. And I'll have my stop loss below there, but this low should hold. So I'd probably add HNT to the other list of coins that I shared with you guys. What's your thoughts on... And so you asked about 5-minute chart. So what's my thoughts on the bottom being in? I don't think the bottom is in, but like the thing is, people that say bottom is in, buy now, they're the sort of not traders, right? And I'm gonna probably go on a little rant again. No one can tell you the bottom is in. If anyone knew that the bottom is in, there will be billionaires and whatever. No one knows where the bottom is. All we can do is have these trade setups and play it. So again, I'm sort of claiming clout since 3rd of July. I've sort of got 5 trades correct, 1 wrong. Again, this is sort of my last update. I haven't really got an update now, but I bought massively at 30k. I took a big fat loser at 30k. I really thought that even if the bottom is not in, we're going to rally up. We're going to see like a big pump towards 38, potentially 40k before the dump, and it didn't give me that. And there's an X there, so I closed my position on this 4-hour close. I bought big position, like a huge size. I was, from my crypto position, I was quite down big, and rather than trying to say bottom is in, have plans and trade it. So now I expected a bounce here. So if you are bullish, buy some ETH even now, and I've talked about buying ETH. There is a small chance the bottom is in. If you ask me, the chances of the bottom being in, I'd say less than 25%, but it all depends on the stock market. If the stock market gets a huge move up, then we're going to get a big, if stock market low is in, Bitcoin low is in. If stock market sells off, which is what is looking like, our Jerome Powell is going to rise interest rates again. I think the interest rates are going to be rise. Again, I'm not an economist, and I'm putting my hand up. I'm not a macroeconomist. I'm just sharing with you my thoughts. If we see stock market carry on pumping, then yes, Bitcoin will low is in. But if the rates are being risen, all this high inflation, there's oil crisis, then you'd expect stock market to sell off. And if stock market breaks down below 4,000 again and makes new lows, Bitcoin will dump a lot lower. And I've done this analysis a few times, so just to share with you again, Bitcoin is highly correlated to what the stock market is doing. So if you just plot Bitcoin, you can see how correlated that is. I mean, back in here, that is, you wouldn't know what the charts are. Those charts are exactly the same. And even if you look at the stock market has rallied. Bitcoin hasn't even rallied. So as long as the correlation is in, I mean, this is something that we don't like seeing. If stock market dumps, right? Stock market pumped. So stock market did a 16% pump. Bitcoin went down about 2-3%, 4%. So if stock market dumps and Bitcoin, which can't pump when stock market is pumping, Bitcoin could be sold off even more. But having said that, if you know, I said this before, people say, oh, is it a good time to buy Bitcoin? Yes, it is. You know, if you believe in crypto long term, which I do, just buy some Bitcoin. If you've got 100k, buy 10k, buy 5k. If you've got 10k, buy 1k worth of Bitcoin. You know, you don't have to catch the bottom. When I started in crypto, I mean, I publicly said that I'm buying Bitcoin here, and Bitcoin went down 20% since when I started buying. I started buying at 4k. I bought at 3k, and I was like, look, I'm just going to hold. And people used to make fun of me. I don't know how to trade. And again, I'm not trying to say I'm the best trader. I'm not. But then that was one of the best buys. So I'm not saying the Bitcoin bottom is. And even if you bought 6k Bitcoin and you held and you bought the dip, you're up massively. Rather than buying the top at 60k or 20k, buy the dip. And that's the best advice I can give you. And it's about an hour now, so I'll probably take a couple more coin requests, then I'll round off. So if you've got any final coin requests, guys, let me know. So that's my sort of rant on bottoming in. And Solana, and one of the reasons why I buy Solana so much, or I bought Solana back in the day, and why I think I'll buy Solana more, is that Solana is massively hedge fund. There's so much hedge fund money in VC funding in Solana. Solana stopped working like 4 times. It breaks down, or the ecosystem halts like every month, and it's still holding price. And the reason why it's doing that is because it's backed by a huge amount of money. So it's backed by SBF. I mean, short squeezers, short squeezers will know how powerful FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried are from FTX. They're just so powerful. They basically run crypto, and they're backing Solana. So I want to buy Solana in a bull market. I'll definitely buy Solana. And if you compare Ethereum to Solana, Solana could be, I don't know, about 10k. Some people calling for 10k, but I mean, I said 1k when I was buying Solana around here. So I think Solana to 1k or even higher is a what price am I looking to buy Solana. So if Solana comes back to here, and I've called this one a few times, if Solana comes back here, I'd look to buy Solana. Or, I mean, I'll attempt buy 20k, $20 Solana. This is huge support. I'll expect a bounce in Solana. But long-term accumulation, I mean, just blindly buy it. And I've talked about blind buys in Theta before, and they ended up being like one of the best buys ever. Like, look at that chart. I'm not saying it's going to happen again, but that's the level I'm looking to buy. If it doesn't get there, just buy trend changes. So if we see, you know, I set an alert on Solana on this chart. If we see a breakout above here, which is that level, what is that level? On 47, you can see exactly where the chart is here as well, 47. I'm happy to buy it. It does though, Mr. P, doesn't it? BTC blind buy. I've got 12k, 10k level, but hey, I've bought 20k. So it's up to you whether you want to follow me or not. So I've bought 20k, like I bought 30k, and I didn't make any profit. I have made money on ETH. Bitcoin is sort of chopping where I'm at now, where I got in. So I think my first buy was at 20k. I think I got another one at 1850, but I mainly bought ETH. If we start breaking down like this did, I'll have to sell. But I think if I buy Bitcoin around these levels, I'm gonna just hold long term. And I joked that I've not put new money into crypto since sort of 2018 was like 2020 was the last time I put new money in crypto. Since then, I've not put any new money into crypto. I've just been playing with the money that I've invested since 2017. If Bitcoin gets to 14, 12, 10k, I'll put my own new money into crypto. And I've never not done that. And I've joked about it with the traders, my mentors, and I think I will do that, because if you believe in Bitcoin, and I think I do, and again, there's lots of smarter people than I am, but macro wise, I think whether it's December, the interest rates will start dropping. And this is another big call. I know you guys don't care about Euro, USD and all this stuff. I've had quite a bit of money in USD. My trading money is in USD, so I've got USDT. How is Ethereum? Yeah, SM, I'm going to talk about Ethereum blind buys in a bit. I think the Euro USD low could be in the next couple of months, like a generational low, and I could be wrong. But I think it could be. This is such a big level, and my sort of not thesis, I've read about it. My mentor sent me some articles from like Swiss Bank that they said. So I think EU will carry on printing money. They have to in the next few months. I think it will get even brutal. EU is going to lose money because Germany is, I mean, Mr. P might know more about this. He's from Germany. EU, UK, we Europeans, we rely on Russian oil, and we'll have to keep printing money to keep supporting Italy, Spain, and EU. And this is going to sound quite harsh. EU is mainly Germany and France. Those are the two big economies in EU that matters, and the other smaller countries don't matter as much from financial point of view. So I think that, you know, EU will keep on printing money. US will do this inflation thing, and then I think November, December time is where people are expecting, maybe if inflation comes down, they'll start bringing the interest rates down, and that's when, like, so the US dollar bottom would be. And again, these are just weird stuff, guys. I've talked about this before. Could be wrong, could be right. And US dollar could finally top out. And if you guys remember, the last Bitcoin rally happened. Ash, I think we can talk about that maybe another live stream. Maybe next live stream we can go into a lot of detail. Yeah, Code. Are you from Germany as well, Code? But yeah, Germany is, I mean, I don't know. There's a book that I love reading, and I'm an avid reader. I think that's what helps me massively just in crypto and just make money. I just really enjoy reading psychology books. But that book basically talks about that you can't Portugal. It is a small country, Portugal. It's a beautiful country. The people, my favorite too. I enjoyed Prague, and I've been out in Germany. I really enjoyed myself. Yeah, Ash, next live stream, let's talk about it. But if you wanna, and this is, you guys are gonna be jealous. I made a video, Bitcoin 2020 trading plan, and I made it in. Is it trading plan? I can't remember what I titled it. So I made this Bitcoin trading strategy, and then I've made one for 2021, and I just say, just buy some Bitcoin. That's sort of my advice. Just buy some Bitcoin. And I made it in 2020 as well, and I go back and just share with you like what to do. And I recommend you go watch that. I talk about like portfolio management and all that stuff. So long term, are you looking for a 5-minute trade? 5-minute trade. I shared a trade on Luna Classic, and I've also shared a trade on, what's the other trade I shared earlier? PYR. Those are two trades I've shared. What's Luna Classic doing? Luna Classic, we long. We long Luna Classic, now pump it. But yeah, so just going back to my rant, I'm just going to finish this and then we'll start rounding up the live stream. Apologies, I've not taken many coin requests today. We'll do it next Sunday. And I think I'm going to try and make a Luna Classic or ETH merge video. I've not made a YouTube video in 4 weeks now, so I'll try and make a video. I think it will be really useful. And another coin to buy is Ethereum merge long term. I think I'm massively bullish on that. If you rewatch the live stream, I went into a lot of detail. But yeah, so again, this is just weird stuff I think about, and I've learned from reading people, being in like massive WhatsApp groups. That those, like, my mentor don't know what Discord and Telegram is. He sees on like a WhatsApp group. But hey, what I think, Dixie, they're going to potentially drop interest rates. If inflation comes in check in November, December time, we're going to see US drop interest rates, and interest rates is one of the key drivers. And if interest rates starts dropping, Dixie could start topping out. Last Bitcoin rally happened when Dixie topped out. So if Dixie tops out here, then we can start predicting Bitcoin rally. And that could also coincide with Euro USD, where Euro at the moment they've got nothing to do apart from printing money. They just have to print money to help Spain, Portugal, and Germany. I think Germany, we just have to print money to survive in a way, and especially with what's happening. And then if euro starts raising interest rates maybe next year, that's when sort of euro will start pumping, and then we can expect like stock market to rally, US dollar strength to come down. But for now, there's no choice. America is in a better position than EU, and the dollar strength, it just shows dollar price has never been this high since 2002. We've never seen this high price dollar, and I'd expect the dollar index to carry on going higher over the next few months. And that, if that happens, then there could be some more 20-30% dumps or even lower lows. So that's sort of what's happening macro wise. That's my understanding anyway. Again, I'm not an economist, I'm a trader. Even though even you saw with Luna Classic, I was very bullish with the burn. I still use technical analysis, profit targets, and all this good stuff. I'll use the same for BTC, ETH as well. XRP, I think there's about 80% people said that they're not bullish on XRP, but fundamentally, I don't know what you guys think, but this is just going sideways. There's not too much to say. Gludrika much is a good buy. I know when I've been to Germany, so I've got a good friend who's actually Austrian. You guys say was geht ab, don't you? Oops, Luna Classic. Right, we're in Luna Classic. It needs to give me a green candle to buy. So was geht ab, I think he used to say like what's up. That's all the German I speak. I'm just gonna Google what that means. Der girl. I'm just trying to Google what that is. Translation. A money printer power. Money printer goes burp. Yeah, I think you already know. We need to get a green candle here. Okay guys, so again, thank you for joining. These live streams always seems to go longer. I'll finish off with Ethereum and BTC. Luna Classic, high time frame. I really want to see Luna Classic back above these levels. I think we just see chopping Luna Classic, and then long term we can see big pumps, but that's a sort of a trade. If this low holds, we should get a rally. So that's sort of my prediction for Luna Classic. I'm going to end Luna Classic here, and I think these are the two setups I'm seeing in Luna Classic where I'd look to play long term. And long term, again, I touched on fundamentals. You can go watch it, and myself, Lunatic Lover 69 and DeFi Reg will hope to do a live Twitter Spaces on Sunday. You can join for fundamental analysis. But that's my thoughts on Luna Classic. Ethereum, I think that this merge is massively bullish because it's going to be reducing supply. I don't know what's going to happen fundamentally. If Bitcoin, dollar, and the stock market crashes, Ethereum is likely to make a low. But long term, I'm massively bullish, and I'm looking to accumulate Ethereum. If Ethereum gets to anywhere near like all these very extremely low levels, I don't think it will. I'm just gonna blindly buy ETH. I've said this red level. This is another level. I've got 520. If this gets to this level, I'm gonna blindly buy. But I don't think it will get there unless ETH merge fails. If ETH merge fails and ETH just dumps to like 500 or even 1,000, I'll start buying it. I think those are amazing levels. But if you are looking to buy a short time frame, buy some even now. This could be a short time frame pump. So if Ethereum comes into 1,700, look for a buy. Targeting 2,000. I think that's a really nice short time frame trade, but long term, that's my plan. And BTC, it's really good to see this pump. I was on holiday and couldn't play it, but great to see it work. For now, I'm not sure what we see next. I usually share with you a plan. End of every live stream, I share a plan. Last 2 weeks, I said I'm expecting a bounce. We saw that. I'm really not sure what happens. I think we sell off here, we come into this level, or we break out and trend change. I don't know. I think it's a 50-50 probability. I was pretty confident from here we're gonna see a bounce. So my trade plan now, if we come back into like 2,000 level, I'm gonna look to buy that dip with stop below 19, and high time frame we should hold above 19.8k. So that's the trade I'm looking at. If we don't pull back and start breaking out, my plan would be to buy ETH. And that is my thoughts. Tuesday numbers are out. Yes, it is, mate. I don't think it's that big of a deal, but yeah, yes, it is. So thank you very much for watching. We've got 30 people. Let's see if we can get to 30 likes, guys. That would really appreciate it. And like I said, I'll try and make a YouTube video. I've not made a YouTube video in a while, and if not, guys, I'll do this live stream every Sunday. So next Sunday I'll do a live stream on 7 p.m. and then hopefully jump on that Lunar Classic Twitter Spaces around 9 p.m. UK time. So thank you guys for watching this channel, supporting us, and yeah, I'll catch you guys next week. Goodbye.